What it do, guys? Manjoume here, and today we're going to check out the Versus System two-player card game Buffy Arc Volume 1, Issue 10, The Buffy Battles. Now, this is part of Volume 1, but as you can see, this is part of its own arc. It is not part of the MCU photographic set, and it is not part of the normal illustrated sets, but it is part of. If you like the Buffy the Vampire Slayer franchise, this could be the set for you. It could be another alternative set you like to play with or against. Now, being kind of its own set, I wouldn't expect any promos in here at all. Now, before we go any further, I'll have to admit I got through season 1. I was some ways through season 2. I don't remember much other than that's Buffy, that's King Piccolo, and that's Angel. But anyway, the front of the box has those three characters and a nice, what would you call that? Mauve? Or like that plum color? I kind of do like it. It's different, and I don't know if I have any sleeves that can replicate this, but it does look very nice. Side of the box, we have Versus System two-player card game, the Buffy Battles with the little Buffy logo. That's fun. Same thing here. What do we look like on the top? Okay, not my favorite version. I would have preferred if it just omitted all this and just said the Buffy Battles, or just said Buffy, really. That's all we need. But yeah, it's okay, it's fine. In every generation, there is a chosen one who will stand against the forces of darkness. She is the Slayer. Buffy the Vampire Slayer joins the Versus System two-player card game, expanding the game into a new universe. Customize your team or enhance your existing deck by playing resources and recruiting supporting characters like Giles, Faith, or Mr. Trick across two new team factions. This game-changing set features fan-favorite heroes and villains like Buffy, Angel, Willow, and the Master with images straight from the show. 200 playable cards, 1 token sheet, 1 full-color rulebook. Buffy the Vampire Slayer, and you have a little preview of the cards in the set. And this was part of, I think Upper Deck just had license to do a bunch of Fox Studios things. Earlier, we did have an Alien set with 20th Century Fox there, as well as right here. So I think they just had the property and were like, well, can we make it into Versus System? Yeah? Okay, cool. I appreciate that because that just means more content. That's always good to have, and more variety when you want to play against things. So let's check out what is in the box. There we go. Oh, okay. So there's a lot of health augmentation because there's a bunch of +1 on the health on these counters. Now that's it there. I love these rule books. They're useful, especially if this is your only set. This is a godsend because usually on the back, this is not the case. Okay, so a lot of the newer ones will give you turn layout and tell you each phase and is really good as a quick reference tool. You would just have it like on the table. You would just put on the table, have it there like, oh wait, what step is first? Okay, during build phase. Okay, what happens during build phase? This one actually doesn't have that. Probably because it's newer. And I opened right up to the right page. We do have the suggested starting decks right here. And what I think we'll do is make that its own video coming soon. And we'll be playing that out and have lots of fun with that. So stay tuned for that. But before we get to that, we're going to check out the two sets of cards, which are likely going to be comprised of the two teams. And just give me a quick moment, because I actually don't know what the team names are. The Versus System two-player card game releases are made up of issues and giant-size issues. The issues are smaller expansions that include 55 cards. Giant-size issues are larger expansions that include 200 cards and are great for new players to get into the game. This giant-size issue adds 2 new teams to the game, the Good Scoobies and the Evil Forces of Darkness, as seen with the S for Scoobies and Evil Forces of Darkness with like the vampire biting little symbol there. That was really the biggest thing I was unsure about. So let's take a look at Scoobies first, since they are the good guys. Now, as a side note, the weirdest thing I know about Angel, other than obviously he's AKA, so he's kind of on both sides here, but I've seen the Angel TV show like DVD set at Walmart, but I've never seen the Buffy one. I can get the side franchise, but I can't get the main one. It's really odd. Although I think it is on Hulu as of recording, which by the time you see this video could be out of date. Pretty easy to open though. First up, we have Angel on the Scooby side, 6 health, 3/4 stat line, aka Angelus. So they both kind of, I guess, mirror each other in that way. Seek Redemption, level up 4 times. When Angel attacks an evil character, he gains an XP, a moment of true happiness. At the start of your main phase, you may reveal a Buffy in your hand or on your side, and if you do, transform Angel into the Darkness Angelus level 1. So he can just turn into the evil one? Well, that's interesting. You may reveal a Buffy, and if you do transform, is there a reason why you would want to do that? Keep in mind that with prior sets, there were certain equipment cards that needed you to have a Marvel Team affiliation, where normally you'd have a Marvel Team affiliation, such as with this Daredevil right there, we have a 20th Century Fox logo. So I'm curious to see if throughout these series and different unboxings, we'll get some Fox affiliated plot twists or equipment. Angel's level 2, he now has a 5/7 stat line and gains a Vampire in Love with a Slayer, main yellow. If Buffy is on your side and wounded, heal a wound from her and draw a card. Leave without saying goodbye, main green, green, green. KO all resources. Wow, that is wild. Speak of the devil, and here we have Buffy. 6 health, 2/4 stat line. Pretty good on the health on these guys. They're actually kind of beefy. Slayer, while Buffy is melee attacking, if she wounds an evil supporting character, you may remove it from the game. Okay. She alone will stand against the darkness. Build green. Put 3+1/1 counters on Buffy. Other characters on your side can't attack this turn, so it makes her into a solo monster. If the apocalypse comes, beep me. Level up 7 times. When a character on your side is attacked, Buffy gains an XP. If the attacker is evil, she gains another XP. So that ramps up your ability to level up. Into her level 2, where she has a 6/6 stat line and gains She Saved the World a Lot. Main blue-red. Buffy can slay evil main characters this turn. At the end of the turn, KO her. Oh, okay. So if she doesn't slay them, she'll lose. Spike. 6 health, 3/3 stat line. I like this world. Spike gets +1/1 for each different basic location type on your side. Okay, that kind of does make him pretty powerful if you have a variety. The Demon Trials. Level up 6 times. When Spike stuns an enemy character or gets stunned, he gains an XP. So basically no matter what. His level 2, 6/6 stat line, which seems pretty consistent so far, and it's good. He gains some monster in her man. While Spike is defending a melee solo attack, he has Ferocious. While he's defending a melee team attack, he has Monstrous, meaning he might knock them out before they even get to strike him. Monstrous means that when a team attacks him, he strikes back against each member of that team, not just one. Willow, 5 health, range, 2/5 stat line, magical aptitude. Build blue, reveal the top 5 cards of your deck. Put a plot twist from among them into your hand and the rest at the bottom of your deck. Study witchcraft. Level up 8 times. At the end of your turn, Willow gains 1 XP for each plot twist in your KO pile. So as you accumulate them, and no matter what, pretty much, you're going to be able to level her up within a few turns. Into her level 2. She's blonde. I didn't get this far. She now has a 4/9 stat line, which is good upgrade, and has the Ritual of Restoration. Main yellow-red. Move an evil enemy supporting character to your side. It loses its team affiliation and it gains Scoobies. Xander. 5 health, 0/6 stat line. He's defensive, at the very least. We're right behind you during either player turn. Any combat yellow, choose a defending character that is protecting Xander. It gets plus defense. This combat equal to Xander's defense, which is pretty high. Only further back. Level up 3 times at the end of your turn. If Xander is protected, he gains an XP. His level 2, he now has a 0/12 stat line, so very defensive. Still can't really attack, so I'm not sure what we're doing with this. You want to kill the world, start with me. During other player's turn, combat green. If Xander is defending while protecting another character, double his defense as combat. I mean, okay, so he'll have 24 defense, which is strong, don't get me wrong, but he's not really moving toward a win state, just a survival state. If you guys think this is good, let me know in the comments below. I'm not seeing, other than just survival, I'm not seeing him like the aggression in this deck. For the supporting lineup, we have a Dawn. 1 cost, 1 health, 0/1 stat line. The key, this card starts the game in your key pile. Oh, okay. Made from Buffy's essence. While Buffy's on your side, you may recruit Dawn from your key pile. Okay. Dawn's in trouble. Must be Tuesday. As an enemy player makes their first attack each turn, they must choose Dawn as the defender if able. Joyce. 1 cost, 1 health, 1/2 stat line. Get the hell away from my daughter. Reaction green. When a good main character on your side gets stunned on an enemy player's turn, it doesn't get wounded. Okay, I like that. Okay. Defensive and good support. Cordelia. 2 cost, 1 health, 3/3 stat line. This is all about me. Me. When another character on your side gets powered up, put 3 +1/1 counters on Cordelia. So that's pretty cool. Another character gets powered up, she becomes a 5/5. Not bad. Terra. 2 cost, 1 health, range, 2/4 stat line. Telekinetic shove. When Terra appears, you may push a front row enemy character to its back row. Xander. 2 cost, 1 health, 1/5 stat line. He actually has 1 attack. Cool. I laugh in the face of danger. When Xander gets attacked, draw a card. And then I hide until it goes away. During either player's turn, combat red. If Xander is defending, remove him from the combat and hide him. I mean, he's one of the more defensive characters, so I would kind of want him to, still be able to do that, but whatever. There must be some utility to that I'm just not getting at. First Slayer. 3 cost, 2 health, 3/3 stat line. Slayer. While the first Slayer is melee attacking, if she wounds an evil supporting character, you may remove it from the game. Giles. 3 cost, 1 health, 2/7 stat line. Watcher. Main yellow. Choose a Slayer on your side, and it has Combat Master and strikes with double its attack this turn. I think Combat Master might be they can't use plot twists against you, and then doubling its attack is just really good. So far, this set has a lot of good supporting, not just supporting character, but like support class of cards that help to bring up other cards. Anya. 4 cost, 1 health, 4/5 stat line, newly human, and strangely literal. When Anya appears, each enemy character's attack and defense can't be higher than its printed attack and defense this turn. So if they powered something up, too bad. Next up, we have Oz. 4 cost, 1 health, 7/7 stat line, lose control. Main green, choose a supporting character other than Oz. Oz strikes that character. Only enemy players can use his power during their main phase, so he's very strong for a 4-coster, but if your opponent has green, they can then use him against you. Luckily, he can only strike at supporting characters, so your main character will be safe. Next up, we have Buffy. 5 cost, 3 health, 5/5 stat line, Slayer, and buff. During either player's turn, combat blue or yellow or green or red, put a +1/1 counter on Buffy. She may use this power any number of times each turn, so she can just make herself slightly better. Riley. 5 cost, 2 health, range, 4/4 stat line, the initiative. Riley gets +4 attack while he's in your first attack each turn. Now that doesn't say solo or team, so it's one or the other, doesn't really matter, as long as he's in the first. Here we have Angel's supporting character version. 6 cost, 1 health, 7/8 stat line, aka Angelus. Vampire with a soul. When Angel KOs a defending character in melee combat and survives, put a vitality counter on him. You may brood. So that would be where the plus health counters come from. Stealth. So he can melee attack back row characters even if they're protected. I didn't expect this, but Willow is the highest cost supporting character at 7 cost, 1 health, range, and a 6/9 stat line. Spell research. Build blue. Put any number of plot twists from your KO pile into your spellbook. Your spellbook can't have more than 1 copy of the same plot twist. Spellcasting. You may play plot twists from your spellbook. So that's pretty cool. So she's made around utilizing a lot of her plot twists, which are spells. That seems like that could be a very powerful mechanic for her. It's gonna be hard to get her out at 7, but once you do, oh boy. Next up, we have Faith, who is both Scooby's and the Forces of Darkness, so she can be used on either side. 4 cost, 2 health, 4/4 stat line, want, take, have. When Faith attacks a character, you may move a counter from that character to her, and she has Slayer. Now onto the plot twists, we have the Dissolution spell. During either player's turn, combat daze an enemy attacker in the combat. That's pretty cool, because if they're trying to team attack you, you daze one, that guy's taken out of the equation, and their team attack is probably no longer strong enough to beat your character, and then you just whack one of their characters. Slayage. Main, put a +1/1 counter on a character. It is a Slayer this turn. If it was already a Slayer, put another 1/1 counter on it instead. And then it gives a little description of what Slayer does, which is something I really appreciate. The Chosen One. Build, search your deck and choose a character named Buffy. Reveal it and put in your hand. Or, during main, choose a character named Buffy, on your side and ready her. Pretty sure it's you do one or the other. I actually expected more. I guess that's it. Because next up we have their special location in the library, which is blue or yellow or green or red for a Scooby's character. Although we actually do have another plot twist in Life on the Hellmouth. Main. Put a +1/1 counter on exactly 2 characters on your side. They are in a relationship. They can team attack together and they can't be struck back while team attacking together. Let's face it, none of us are ever going to have a happy, normal relationship. The relationship thing is kind of funny, but the actual mechanic of it is pretty cool. There's only 2 in this set. I'm going to guess there's another 2 in the bad guy set. 8 copies of the Magic Box, which is their blue location, and 8 copies of Sunnydale High is their yellow location. Next up, we're going to take a look at the Forces of Darkness set, which is right here and was super easy to open, barely an inconvenience. First up, we have Angelus, 6 health, 4/3 stat line, aka Angel, the Scourge of Europe. Level up 4 times. When Angelus attacks a good character, he gains an XP. Curse him again. At the start of your main phase, you may reveal Buffy in your hand or on your side, and if you do, transform Angelus into a Scooby's Angel level 1. His level 2, he now has a 7/5 stat line. To kill this girl, you have to love her. Main yellow. If Buffy's on your side, wound her. Then look at an enemy hand and discard a card from there. We're about to make history. End. Main green, green, green. Each player puts their deck into their KO pile. Whoa! This dude's crazy. Dark Willow. 6 health, range, 2/4 stat line, aka Willow. Play. Main blue. Wound a supporting character until it has 1 remaining health. Addicted to the magics. Level up 4 times. When you play your first plot twist each turn, Dark Willow gains an XP. Her level 2, she now has a 4/7 stat line and gains Abusing the Magics. When you play your first plot twist each turn, draw a card. There's no recycling it yet though, so how are you going to keep it? Mayor Wilkins, 1 health, 0/1 stat line. I'm what you might call impervious. The mayor can't be wounded, this power cannot be turned off. The Ascension. Level up 5 times at the start of your main phase, the mayor gains an XP. Oh, okay, he becomes some kind of monster. And his level 2, he has a 30/30 stat line and gains the ability Ulvilken, main blue-green KO supporting character. So you're going to be getting rid of your opponent's supporting characters, and it can attack virtually anything and destroy it. But he no longer has the impervious thing, so he can get wounded, and he still only has the 1 health. This one seems very tough, but it's probably very beatable. The First Evil. 6 health, 0/6 stat line, the first. You always take the first turn of the game. From beneath you, it devours. Level up 5 times. At the start of your build phase, each player puts the bottom card of their deck into their KO pile. The First Evil gains 1 XP for each character put into the KO pile this way. The First Evil's level 2, kind of looks like Buffy, 0/9 stat line. Appear as the dead. Build blue. Remove the first from the game with its counters on it. Put a supporting character from any KO pile on your side. If that character would leave play or at the start of your next turn, put it at the bottom of the owner's deck and put the First Evil on your side. Okay, so it kind of replaces and protects it in a way. Then we have the Master, who to me looks like the jump scare from MK9. 6 health, 1/5 stat line, King of Vampires. Build green. Put a vitality counter on a face-up vampire supporting character on your side. We are in the final days. Level up 7 times. At the start of your build phase, the Master gains XP equal to the total remaining health among supporting characters on your side. His level 2, he now has a 5/7 stat line and gains You Are Destined to Die. Main blue blue yellow yellow. Choose a main character. At the end of their 3rd turn, starting now, KO them. Oh wow. Put a timer on them. And with 6 health, if you're able to do that, you're almost guaranteed unless they have some kind of crazy shenanigans. On to the supporting cast, we have Drusilla. 1 cost, 1 health, 1/4 stat line, vampire. When Drusilla KOs the defending character in melee combat and survives, put a vitality counter on her. So again, that's why we have the plus counters on here. Bloodseer, main yellow. If Drusilla has a vitality counter, draw 2 cards. This is one I kind of did want to see, is the turok-han vampire. Not because I remember it, but because it has 1 cost, 1 health, 2/3 stat line, vampire, and swarm. Fighting monsters, vampires, blah, blah, blah. You expect to see minions. And this one is a minion because you can swarm it. You have multiple copies on that person's side. Now we have Caleb, 2 cost, 2 health, 3/3 stat line, Transfusion of Evil. During either player's turn, combat green, reveal an evil character in your hand. Caleb gets plus attack and defense, this combat equal to that card's printed attack and defense. So if you use this and discarded this turok-han vampire, he would get +2 attack, +3 defense, which makes him quite formidable. Next up, we have Mr. Trick, 2 cost, 1 health, 2/4 stat line vampire, and the modern vampire. While Mr. Trick has a vitality counter, you pay 1 less to recruit evil forces of darkness characters. Darla, 3 cost, 1 health, range, 3/5 stat line, vampire, and so many body parts, so few bullets. Main red, if Darla has a vitality counter, stun a supporting character. So you really need to have vampire go off and do its thing for you to get the most out of a lot of these characters. The Gentleman, 3 cost, 1 health, 6/5 stat line. Hush. Players can't talk. If a player talks, smile creepily and wag your finger at them. Well, that's about as nothing as it could be. Luke, 4 cost, 1 health, 4/6 stat line, vampire, and the Vessel. Main blue, if Luke would gain a vitality counter from his vampire power during his next attack this turn, you may put it on an evil main character on your side instead. That's pretty cool. He helps him out, makes him stronger. Good support. Mayor Wilkins, 4 cost, 1 health, 0/1 stat line. I'm what you might call impervious. The mayor can't be wounded and this power cannot be turned off. Adam, 5 cost, 2 health, range, 6/3 stat line, Bone Skewer. During either player's turn, combat red, wound a supporting character that is attacking Adam in melee combat. Collapsible minigun. During either player's turn, combat yellow, wound a supporting character that is attacking Adam in ranged combat. Sweet. 5 cost, 1 health, 5/7 stat line, that's entertainment. At the start of your main phase, you may move each face-up character to its front row. Then each face-up character performs a musical number, which is not... What is that? Let me go to the back here of this book. Okay, so I did see... I see here, musical number, moves, blah, blah, blah. There's no official definition of what counts as a musical number. We recommend rocking the cards back and forth and having them sing a song. Although if the gentleman is in play, you're not allowed to sing. So that kind of another nothing card. The gentleman means prevents you from saying something, name something. Kind of kooky, I guess. Angelus, 6 cost, 1 health, 8/7 stat line, aka Angel, Vampire, and Lethal. Glory, 6 cost, 2 health, 6/8 stat line, Drain Sanity, main blue. Choose an enemy player. They discard cards equal to the number of times you've used a power named Drain Sanity this game. Incrementally stronger effect that at most you could use it up to 8 times total with their rainbow location and having max blues. So it would do first time is 1, second time is 2. It does go up. So the more you use it, the more powerful it definitely becomes. Next up, we have the Master, 7 cost, 1 health, 9/9 stat line, vampire, and Tonight I Shall Walk the Earth. Build green. Put a vitality counter on each face-up vampire supporting character on your side. So great to support your other vampires. That's actually really good. Next up, we have Spike. He is both a Scoobies and Forces of Darkness character. 5 cost, 1 health, 5/5 stat line, vampire. I will make your neck my chalice. While a main character on your side is evil, Spike has +5 attack. Inhibitor Chip. While the main character on your side is good, Spike has +5 defense. This might play into Angel being able to go back and forth. I could see that kind of being a thing. Interesting. I'd like to see how the deck works out. If you guys have played this and have a deck list that you'd like to submit to me, leave me a comment in the comment below or in social media. I'll have some links in the description. On to the plot twists, we have a big bad. During another player's turn combat, put 2 +1/1 counters on a main character on your side in the combat. Basic, but not bad. Demonic Cruelty. During other player's turn combat, choose a character in the combat to get +1/+3 this combat. That's a very specific stat line change. A little more offensive, but a lot more defensive. Vampiric Hypnosis. Main, choose an enemy supporting character. You may move it to its front row. It can't strike back this combat. That leaves them ready for you to attack without the fear of them attacking back. It's really strong. Then for their rainbow location, we have the Hellmouth, which is blue, yellow, green, red for a Forces of Darkness character. 2 copies of Life on the Hellmouth, 8 copies of Cemetery, which is the green location, and 8 copies of the Bronze, which is the red location. Here's a quick look at the rulebook. It's got most of the basic things that you would need for the game. There's not a lot of new information other than we got the name of the good Scoobies and the evil Forces of Darkness. Oh, it's called Forces of Darkness, not Evil Forces of Darkness. I just realized that. Just describing how to play the game state. Let's see, making attacks, and then some card specifications. And once we run into them in our combat and our games, we'll let you guys know how things should play out, or if we find mistakes, how it should have played out. But if you guys notice anything in our games that we got wrong, let us know in the comments below. Well, guys, that's it for the Versus System 2-player card game, Buffy Arc Volume 1, Issue 10, The Buffy Battles. Which side are you on? What was your favorite character seen today? Which was the coolest transformation from level 1 to level 2? If you want to stay up to date on my videos and live streams both YouTube and Twitch, check out links in the description below, like, comment, subscribe, and consider joining. That's all for now, guys. Manjoume out.